What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Call of Duty Vanguard yet again. This is going to be slightly different of a video. I'm going to be talking about Vanguard more so of a whole rather than like something specific about the game, whether it be, double weapon XP not working or something like that. Not really about that in today's video. More so, I want to talk about Vanguard sales as a whole. Basically, has it been selling well? Why are people buying it? Why are people not buying it? I want to kind of dive into that, give my perspective, as well as a specific survey that went out that revealed something pretty interesting about why a lot of players are not purchasing Call of Duty this year. So there's a main reason. There's a couple other reasons as to, my personal guesses, but the main reason might be a little more surprising than you might think. Obviously, I can't give you that reason just yet. I got to make you wait. But while you're waiting here, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. To appreciate that. And now let's get into the article first. So it's no surprise that Call of Duty Vanguard has been pretty mixed so far in terms of reviews, right? You got a lot of commentators, a lot of people out there playing it every day. You got a lot of people out there playing it for gameplay. You got a lot of people who didn't buy it, who don't care. So it's pretty divided. You know what I'm saying? I think of the people who did purchase the game, I think a large majority of them say it's playable and probably better than the previous two titles. I think as far as Modern Warfare, and I probably will make a video on this, a lot of people do compare it, Vanguard, to Modern Warfare and say, which one is really better? It's a little hard to judge as of this particular moment because Vanguard is about 1 month old and Modern Warfare is about 25 months old, so it's a little hard to judge something that's like that different in discrepancy, so I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. But in the meantime, let's talk about the specific article about how a survey was revealed about gamers' true intentions for not picking up the latest entry in Activision series Call of Duty. So it was conducted by GI Biz in partnership with EGX and PAX. They spoke to 671 hardcore gamers, quote unquote, around the US and the UK. Of those, 284 have purchased a Call of Duty game in the last 5 years, but of those, only 59 players, which is 21%, had picked up this year's Vanguard, which is pretty small if you think about it, right? Only 59 of 671 hardcore players ended up picking up this year's title, which obviously is Call of Duty. If you picked up one from the previous 5 years, chances are you're maybe a dedicated fan, especially if you're like a hardcore gamer. You probably play a lot of games. That's most likely it. Respondents were able to list their reasons for why they had not purchased Call of Duty Vanguard, and the biggest reason, surprisingly to me, was that they were simply playing other games, which was a reason given by 55% of players. This is pretty surprising to me. I didn't think this was going to be the main reason. It makes sense when you think about it. There's a lot of other competition out there, especially this year, right? You got Halo Infinite, you still have Warzone, you still have Apex Legends, you got Battlefield 2042. Some people out there probably still playing Splitgate. So honestly, it makes sense as to why this specific year would suck. And honestly, it kind of sucks for Sledgehammer as a whole because last time they released a game, Fortnite came out 2017. I mean, how are you supposed to compete with Fortnite, right? So it just kind of sucks for Sledgehammer. Every time it's like their time up on the chopping block, they get hit with like some heavy competition with, Halo Infinite. Personally, I think Battlefield 2042 is like a joke, but I mean, I'm sure there's a huge audience for there. My friend Average Old Gaming here on YouTube going crazy right now with views, making Battlefield videos. So, I mean, I know there's an audience out there for Battlefield. Personally, if I could, I'd get into it, but I just can't get into Battlefield. It's not for me. No matter how bad Call of Duty is, it's still going to be more fun to me than any Battlefield title. It's just how it is. But going back to the article and away from my personal stories that you probably don't care about, 55% of the reason for most players not getting the game is because they were playing other games. And like I said, 14% of those felt that they were playing Warzone and they felt like that was enough. They felt like they didn't need to get the new title, even though Warzone is like literally connected to the Call of Duty franchise and obviously to that new title. There's a prevalence of free AAA shooter games out there right now. Obviously, you still got Fortnite, you got Warzone, you got Apex. A lot of these are free. Halo Infinite's free, right? Older subscription service styled games like Call of Duty, like Battlefield, people just don't feel the need to play anymore. People feel like they don't want to shell out this money over and over again, especially when the product feels unfinished, right? If you play a free-to-play game like Fortnite, like Apex, like Warzone, and and it feels like whatever, oh, I got bored or it's just too hard or whatever. And you just quit. You feel like you don't lose anything. All you lost was maybe some time. You didn't invest any actual money into it. I know a lot of people, a lot of my casual friends in real life were super turned off by Cold War. We'd play for the first month. People would realize it was terrible. People would play zombies, get bored of zombies because there was no content in Cold War Zombies at launch, and eventually just go back to Warzone or go back to whatever game they actually enjoyed playing. And I feel like Cold War specifically turned off so much of the player base that people just didn't even want to give Vanguard a shot, which really sucks because, Vanguard's just starting off on such a horrible foot. Mixing in the fact that there's other free-to-play games, like I said, another possible reason for a lot of the community not picking up Vanguard is franchise burnout. Call of Duty is not a new title. There is very little innovation in new Call of Duties these days. I think Modern Warfare was the biggest leap in terms of the gunsmith, the engine, things like that. A lot of people felt refreshed from it because it was a cool FPS shooter. It looked good. The graphics are good. It sounded good. They really took their time with it. Personally, I don't think the gameplay itself was super well thought out, but they took their time with it at least, and it looked good. It sounded good, Then you move over to Cold War, which feels extremely lack of innovation. It feels very boring. There's nothing particularly new. They took the gunsmith and downgraded it. They took the engine and downgraded it. Nothing really new from any Black Ops title either. They basically recycled a lot of the maps for DLC. What was the point of playing it? You know what I'm saying? There was really no point. It was super boring. Only the hardcore people who really enjoyed the fast rushing, fast paced style really enjoyed that title, which it was good for. It was good for, especially compared to Modern Warfare. Cold War, you could really rush and just go balls to the wall in people's faces. A lot of the maps were built for that. A lot of the maps were not built for setup, for camping and stuff like that. A lot of the perks and kill streaks were not really rewarding you if you did camp as well. I mean, I guess so score streaks to a degree rewarded you for camping. But just continuing on, Vanguard is not particularly new as well. A lot of people say it's a Modern Warfare reskin. That's kind of BS in my opinion. But at the same time, every Call of Duty is kind of a reskin of each other, right? You still have the same guns. You still have the same perks, usually, attachments, same progression, prestige. Battle Pass is relatively the same. The store items are largely the same. They change it up here and there. It's the same game. You know what I'm saying? So to call it a reskin, I disagree with, but to say there's similar elements, yeah, duh. Of the people who were asked for this survey in particular, 34% said they were tired of Call of Duty and needed a break from it, and 24% said they were not enjoying the World War II setting. This is very telling, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously this is a very small sample size, but 34% said they were tired of COD and need a break from it. That easily tells you that they're, like Activision here, they are churning out these titles way too fast, way too often, and honestly, without enough care. I think one of the biggest reasons why Halo and I guess Battlefield 2 were super receptive, super anxious, and GTA 6 as well, is because they don't come out every year. It's because there is no, we got a small little update here, or it feels like a small little update. For the most part, they are designed to feel like new games. They're designed to have some huge innovation on them. And also with the list, 24% cited that they were not enjoying the World War II setting. I think this was really talked about beforehand. A lot of people just did not think this was a good idea. It was just tired. I don't really know what you'd go to. A lot of people hated the boots in the air or like the jetpack CODs. And I know we just had a Modern Warfare. So it's like, can you really just make a two Modern Warfares plus Modern Warfare 2 by Infinity Ward next year in 2023? Can you really do that many times? I don't really know where they're supposed to go with this. I'm okay with the World War II setting personally, but I know a large portion of people really just didn't like that. The next big issue is the game's mediocre at a review level. 20% of the people polled said that they were pretty put off by the reviews they saw from Vanguard. 11% said they were waiting for another game instead, like Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042. A lot of those, obviously, like I just said, is because people want something new and refreshing, and those games don't come out every single year, whereas COD does. But to talk about the review in specific here, it was very lukewarm. It wasn't awful, like trash. I honestly think Cold War was really poorly receptive by the community, by a lot of people. YouTubers back in the day, back last year, they didn't even like try uploading Cold War on the channel because they thought it would like kill their channel. They just stuck with Modern Warfare throughout. I'm not gonna lie to you, I went back to Modern Warfare pretty often, or pretty soon as well. I don't mind Cold War, but it's like at the end of the day, are you really gonna have more fun with that or with Modern Warfare? There's probably more fun in Modern Warfare at the end of the day. I can't believe I'm saying that. And the last thing I want to mention with this survey here is that 4% of respondents were put off by the price, 3% were deterred by the wider player community and the prevalence of cheaters, 2% thought that the single player mode wasn't good enough, and another 2% said that the download size was too big. All of these are some huge gripes that I think are kind of funny at the end of the day, but they're all true. You know what I'm saying? Like the download size, that's definitely true. The single player mode for the campaign for most of these CODs nowadays, these present day CODs, are way too short. Okay, they're like 4 to 5 hours, way too short. And the other thing, the 3% said that they were deterred because of cheaters. Honestly, I feel like that would be way higher if you asked again, because a lot of these people probably are playing Warzone. If people don't play Warzone, they have no idea how bad the cheating situation is. It's bad, guys. It's pretty bad. But anyway, I'm basically out of time here. I thought this article was super interesting. I honestly could make like, another commentary on this article alone and just kind of dive deep into each of its topics and points. I might do that. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see me do that. But thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.